We're delighted to welcome Lily Wolfe to Totally Wired.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good, yeah. Thank you so much for coming down. Really enjoyed that session. You played your debut single, New
Yes.
Earth. Talk to me about that one.
So that came out on July 1st. Debut single. And I've been playing it live for about almost 2 years now. So it's well known amongst friends and family and people who watch me live that that everyone pretty much knows that song. And the story behind it is quite funny in hindsight, very stressful at the time. I basically wrote it during the last week of 2020. It was a Christmas present for my mum. And I, in a rush, coming back home from uni, had left the original song I was supposed to write her in a journal. So I was like, oh, okay, great. Got to write a new one. And I was really pushed for ideas. And I was just messing around on my guitar with some like D sus chords. And I wanted to write something in a key or with a chord progression that I'd never used before because I wanted it to be special for my mum. And I came up with this chord progression and I was like, oh, this is nice. And then wrote the opening line. And as soon as I wrote it, I was like, oh, okay, this is what the song is going to be about. And it's basically turned into like a commentary on the pandemic and also just that bittersweet feeling of you get to spend so much time with your family. And at the same time, there are so many horrible things going on in the world. So you kind of felt guilty for feeling like you're having such a nice time. Just like cuddled up, like watching Netflix. And I just wanted the song to be written from like both of our perspectives because we're very similar people. And it was basically just about the year and how we both felt. And a lot of the lines, especially in the second verse, are like little bits that we've said in conversation. So that's how that song was created. And then One Day is very different. It's just a song from my perspective, and it was inspired a lot by like social media comparison culture. It's the newest song I've written as well, so I've only played it live like twice, maybe 3 times, including today, and it was just all of the feelings that I've felt for a really long time growing up with social media, feeling like you're not quite there and you need to catch up to all of these people who seem like they're succeeding and doing so many amazing things. And yeah, it's just like a sense of urgency really, and it felt like so cathartic to get it out. So yeah, I'm really proud of both of them.
And well, that was a hell of an answer. That's great.
There's a lot to get out.
How did it go down as a Christmas present?
She loved it. I think I played it to her the day after Christmas because Christmas is also my birthday, which is quite crazy. So it's quite like a packed day. So I was like, okay, Christmas, Boxing Day, we set aside some time and I played it for her and she started crying, which made it really hard to play it. I was like, please don't cry, because then I'll start crying. But yeah, she really, really loves it and it's her favorite. She comes to all of the shows I play and she's always like singing the words to it. It's really cute.
Yeah, it's really lovely for it to be your debut single as well, which is really exciting. Do you have plans? When's the next single?
So One Day is going to be the next single, and it's very early stages at the moment, but we are planning on the recording process. So we're doing it remotely this time, which is something I've never done before, which I'm actually really excited about. So we're doing half of it studio time, half of it on Zoom, and that is in the works, and it's probably going to be out around mid-September time, we're guessing. But yeah, that's the next single.
And who are you working with?
So I'm working with an ex-BIM third year because I'm doing my songwriting degree at the moment, and he's just left the course. He's an amazing producer. He's called Satraka. And he's gone back to Norway now that he's finished his degree. So I was just like, I know you're ages away, but like, I really want you to do the next single because he made the first one, like, it was literally like an imprint of what was in my brain. And I was so impressed by how amazing he was at producing it. So I was like, please do the next one, even if it takes like a really long time and it's really difficult to do. But he was like, yeah, sure. And he does loads of stuff over Zoom, loads of recording. And he's so professional about it. So he was really, really happy to start doing the next one.
So have you started that process yet?
Yeah, so we have a couple of Zoom meetings. We have one this week, and we have a couple, we have 1 week after, and then we've got studio time booked around like early August. So I'm between Brighton and Kent at the moment, so I'll be coming back and forth doing that. But we're recording not too far away from BIM, which is the same place we recorded New Earth. So it's like nice and familiar.
Oh, nice. And is that the same setup for the session as your live setup, I guess? Yeah,
so I'm currently in the works of getting like a band together. I've had a couple of guitarists who are just like friends who have helped me do live sets recently, which has been so helpful. Because it's nice to just not play guitar sometimes and just sing, because I feel like I can engage a lot more with the audience. And it's also nice to give some embellishments to the song that I couldn't really do while singing. So I have a couple of guitarists that I use here and there, but September we're going to get like a proper band together and do like a proper live set. So I'm really excited about that.
Oh, nice. Well, I can't wait for that. Thank you so much for coming down.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Lily Wolfe, thank you very much.